I am in a mood. Is really, I guess, the best way to put it. And as certain as I am that it is related to the weather, I can't shake it anyway. It's been brewing, and maybe it's not related to the weather because this has been brewing for days, since pretty much since release day. Like, I cannot help comparing myself to myself. And so when I do things and it doesn't seem to perform the same as other things that I've done, I'm just like, okay, so I fell off is what I'm getting from this. So I say all this to say that 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 video that I made a few months back that, on my book flopped. Now what if you took that personal, please understand that, like I said in the video, I'm talking to myself as much as I'm talking to anybody else when I make, those type of encouragement videos. Like, that is as much for me to go back and listen to and kind of kick myself back into reality as it is, for other people. Because I think people kind of, I don't know, have this view of me that because because I've been blessed to be where I am, that, I don't know, like, I'm trying to figure out how to phrase or frame this, but I think people have this idea that, maybe that stuff like this doesn't phase me, or, that, well, I've made it here, so the insecurities and stuff are gone, and that's just not the case at all. It's not the case at all. I don't know. I don't think it ever goes away. It's never gone away from me. No matter what, I'm never satisfied. Like, I'm never satisfied. This is actually something that I've deep dived in therapy about, just the fact that I'm never like, just really, I'm never satisfied with anything that I do. Like, it could always have been better. Like, literally always could have been better. There's always something that I could have done better or could have done more, and it's not even necessarily that the book could have been better, because, when I put out a book, I'm immensely satisfied with every piece of work, in terms of books that I put out. Is, well, maybe if the marketing had been better, or maybe if the rollout had been better, maybe if the cover had been better, maybe if I'd done this, maybe if I'd done that, why didn't I do this? Why did I do that? Like, it's always something, and it's a very frustrating headspace to be in. But here I am. here I am. Here I always am. Yeah, so I'm going to drink my little coffee and probably get out for a little bit with the family today to kind of, for real, decompress, um, instead of creating more work for myself, which is what I was about to do, which is really what I was about to do, and I don't need to do that. I probably will put up that that short that I told you guys that I wrote yesterday. I'm probably gonna put that up sometime today. Maybe I'm still figuring that out. I was getting I was getting myself like worked up and stressed out, trying to figure out exactly what angle I want to approach the next one that I want to pair with that. And common sense is telling me, okay, just leave it. Just don't do it. Just work with what you've already got. But, you know, there's that part of me that still just wants to try. So there's that. But yeah, that's where my head is at. I didn't celebrate this release. And maybe that's part of my problem. Maybe that's part of my disconnect. Maybe that's been part of my disconnect. This year was supposed to be the year that changed, that I started, you know, kind of actually celebrating myself and, you know, doing things when I had a book release and, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that just has not happened. It just hasn't happened. It's been tough. It's just been tough. And I'm gonna let this go for now. So I'm back because I feel like I need to make very clear that me being transparent about this, like, is not for anybody to like feel bad or feel sorry for me, because I truly am, like, I'm being ridiculous. I'm making the exact same ridiculous comparisons that I talked about in the video. I'm comparing very different books, I'm comparing very different titles in my head that got very different promotion periods. They were very different. They were just different. And The Unbroken Rose has already sold more copies in the few days it's been out than It's the Chase for Me did the entire month that it was released. It's already sold, and what day did this book come out? Like Tuesday? I can't remember. It's been a few days. It was Izzy's birthday, which was Wednesday. So it's been out since Wednesday, which is like 3 days, and it's already sold half of what Reinvention did in the first whole month that it was out. So it's not like I'm suffering. It's not like the book is suffering for sales or anything like that. So please don't think that I'm like, oh man, you know, Christina's book only sold a copy or two. That's not the case. What's happening is Christina is comparing the release of The Unbroken Rose with Behind the Scenes, which is ridiculous. It's a very ridiculous thing, but here I am once again. And I think part of it too is just the fact that I took a lot of risks this year, especially towards the end of the year, you know, with not putting titles in KU. And here in about a week, I'm getting ready to, you know, release an audiobook on my own. I'm actually gonna, and I say that, but I'm actually going to be I'm going to be uploading it to the other retailers at the same time. It's just that the other retailers take weeks and 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 weeks. Can you tell I'm still salty about how the Clark Brothers book went? Because the Clark Brothers book, the audio version, was finished back in like July. And that book did not, like, you see when the audio came out, like last month or something like that. And it had nothing to do with the narrators. The narrators were amazing. The engineers and stuff on their end were amazing. It was the retailer. It was the retailer, and that's why. And I'm just over it. And so I've been taking, you know, some big risk, and I think that I don't know. My therapist thinks that I thrive. Let me not put words in her mouth. I'm really not going to put words in her mouth. And she's never going to see this, but it's probably not healthy for me to do that. But she would not be wrong if she said that I am perpetually in a state of feeling like something is going wrong. And that's not, and which is so strange. And this she did point out to me, because I'm not a negative person. I just don't think I do anything right. Oh me. My peppermint coffee is really good today, so I did do something right today. Usually I time it right so that Byron is driving my car when it comes around to me needing gas. Yes, I want the receipt, goodness. But I didn't time it right this time, so I had to pump my own gas, and I don't like that. Do y'all have these in like wherever you are? I love this little place. It's always, and I joke about TJ Maxx being the flea market, but this is really the flea market, but I like it. So look at what I just found in here. I was literally just looking at this. The skillet is like, it was like $50 where I was looking at it, and look at it in here for 30 bucks. This is coming home with me. Oh, that's cute.
Put these in the black bins and ready for you.
So I spent 50. Where is that? Raindrop. 50 freaking dollars in Bath and Body Works on those kids. Like, I was done Christmas shopping for y'all.